I wanted to share a vision that I had a few weeks ago. I had this vision on 10/15/2017. I had this vision during worship at church. The worship song being played was Do It Again. I could see up high from space, like some of the previous dreams I've had. I could see the earth, the whole planet suspended in space. I then saw the whole earth begin to shake, like vibrate, at first slow shaking, then faster, to a violent shaking, like you would bounce a ball really fast, dribble really close to the ground, fast and bouncing everywhere, very violent shaking. Then I saw a big round like pottery bowl, like something like what Jesus would have had in his day. Then I saw it above the earth and tip over, pouring this liquid substance all over the earth, so thick you couldn't see the actual planet anymore, just a round shape. Then the shaking stopped, and I heard people praising God and worshiping Him, asking for heaven to open and His Spirit to move. I heard it louder and louder. Then I could see continents from all over. Asia and Africa were two that I noticed in particular. It looked like all of South America, but I wasn't for sure. I looked for the U.S., but could not see it as a whole. Maybe parts of it. There were clouds covering parts, so it was hard to tell. Then it zoomed my view up closer to the people, and there were from all over parts of the world. They dressed differently, so I knew they must be from different countries and nationalities. They were jumping and shouting and praising God. I could feel that God was pleased, and it had gotten His attention. Then this tremendous light came from everywhere. It lit up space and the whole earth. I had seen this light before in previous dreams, so I knew that it represented the Lord. It seemed to illuminate this liquid that had been poured out on the earth. It got closer and closer to the earth, very close, almost blinding, so I knew that the Lord was coming, maybe His second coming. I thought maybe revival was happening the same time as His wrath was being poured out. It could also be a great earthquake mentioned in Revelation that occurs before the day of the Lord. Then I just wanted to read some scripture that I looked up concerning the earth shaking in the Bible. Isaiah 2:19. They shall go into the house. Sorry, let me start again. They shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth from the glory of His majesty when He arises to shake the earth mightily. Verse 21. To go to the cliffs of the rocks and into the crags of the rugged rocks from the terror of the Lord and the glory of His majesty when He arises to shake the earth mightily. Mark 13:24. But in those days, after that tribulation, the sun will be darkened and the moon will not give its light. Verse 25. The stars of heaven will fall, and the powers in the heavens will be shaken. Verse 26. Then they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. Verse 27. Then He will send His angels and gather together His elect from the four winds, from the farthest part of the earth to the farthest part of heaven. Revelation 16:18. And there were noises and thunderings and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such a mighty and great earthquake as had not occurred since men were on the earth.